Welcome back to E-Weekly, the only place to get the swoop on the scoop. I'm Jaden Short.
And I'm Natalia Escalante. We hope everyone's having a great week and preparing for those finals. Don't worry about the test too much yet. Make sure you get out and enjoy that weather.
It's finally getting nice out. I've heard some rumors about how the snow will come, but we'll ignore those for now. We have a lot to cover today, including the campus renovations happening this school year.
With that being said, Jaden has our first story, so take it away.
Eastern Michigan University students who have encountered mental health challenges themselves or through others close to them will express their personal experiences through different forms of art on April 9th of 2019. The second annual Mental Health Monologues will be held at 7 p.m. in the Student Center Auditorium and put on by Eastern Michigan's own organization, Active Minds. The performances held here have a bunch of different styles, including poetry, skits, dances, and more. The event is free to the public, LBC approved, and a great way to connect with others you may have never thought to connect with before.
Eastern Michigan University did not have to hire a new softball coach by this past Monday like they were previously ordered in court. During our last update on the Title IX situation, we told you that the judge ordered EMU to reinstate softball after the university proposed to start a lacrosse team instead. When making that order, the judge also ordered EMU to hire a coach by Monday, April 1st. The university asked for an emergency stay, and they were granted a timeout. The emergency stay was ruled for financial reasons that the university argued. The university said that reinstating a softball team this spring that cannot begin competing until next fall could cause fiscal harm. The panel of judges suggested that EMU prepares a Title IX compliant proposal. This will allow the court to assess the degree in which reinstating a women's softball team corrects the Title IX deficiencies and will determine how the university moves forward to correct remaining deficiencies. As always, E-Weekly will keep you updated on this process.
On March 30th, people from across the Ypsilanti and Arbor communities joined together for the Eco-Justice and Activism Conference. They participated by presenting presentations, panels, and workshops addressing current social and environmental injustices. This conference was first organized to engage activists, community members, educators, students, and scholars in deep and meaningful discussions to eliminate these injustices. It was a great opportunity for people to let their voice be heard. If you want to know more about the Eco-Justice and Activism majors and programs to participate in at Eastern Michigan University, you can visit ecojusticeconference.weebly.com.
Spring just started a couple weeks ago, and summer will be here before we know it. With that being said, it's a great time to start applying for summer internships. The EMU Center for Digital Engagement and Spark Ann Arbor USA are offering internships in the digital engagement field this summer. 48 positions are available, including digital advertising and social media content creation, web design and development, video production and graphic design, and more. The internships involve 10 hours a week from mid-June to mid-August. EMU professor and director of the Center for Digital Engagement, Bud Gibson, said the past interns that worked in the program have gone to work successful careers at companies such as Google and General Motors. Those interested in applying for an internship with the two partners may go to centerfordigitalengagement.org. Those applications are due no later than Tuesday, April 30th. If you have any questions involving the internship, you can email Gibson at fgibson@emich.edu.
We'll have more news after the break following with Gabrielle Reed at The Dish. Stay tuned, we'll be right back.
In today's cyber world, the number of passwords you have to remember can be overwhelming. While it may be tempting to reuse the same passwords or store them in a not-so-safe place, in doing so, you're putting your online accounts and data in danger of being compromised. The Eagle security package includes LastPass, an encrypted online password vault that can store all your usernames, passwords, and other personal information in one location. LastPass secures your login credentials using one master password, the last password you'll have to remember. Not only does LastPass store your login credentials, but it can automatically fill them in when you're logging into trusted websites. LastPass can also aid in the creation of strong, unique passwords and secure sensitive data such as addresses, credit cards, and personal notes. Since LastPass is encrypted and protected in the cloud, it's accessible wherever you are, through the LastPass website, a web browser extension, or the mobile app. LastPass makes password security easy. For more information about LastPass, visit tiny.emich.edu/LastPass.
Are you an EMU student interested in getting a first-hand experience working at a radio station? Well, say no more. EMU offers a class through Eagle Radio that will thoroughly prepare you for a real-life experience. But first, you have to register for the class. Pick a date and a time slot. Then the world is yours. Eagle Radio allows you to be fully independent and customize your own show. Have real conversations about the news, celebrity gossip, update listeners about the weather, play a trivia game. It's your show. You're free to name your show whatever you want and play any edited music of your choice. If you love having heated debates and you feel your words need to be heard, then Eagle Radio is just for you.
Welcome back, everyone. We've got a couple more stories for you, and then we'll head over to Gabrielle, who has the dish. Take it away, Jaden.
Another great event happened on Saturday the 30th, which was an event put on by the National Association of African Americans in Human Resources, also known as NAAAHR. This event was the Walking While Black Screening and Law Enforcement Seminar. This law enforcement seminar will feature a panel discussion and screening of Walking While Black, Love is the Answer. This seminar is a movement to bridge the gap between police officers and the rest of the community. If you want to find out more information about this event and who it impacted, you can visit loveistheanswermovement.com and read more or ask questions and get your answers through email. Either way, it's better to know than being out of the loop, because love is always the answer.
Many renovations took place on our campus this school year, and the campus is more energy efficient. New window panels were installed in Scherzer, Kirk, and Briggs classroom buildings. Guardian Glass donated and installed the windows that help with temperature comfort, to create better lighting, and to help with noise control. Bob Denzik, manager of planning and design for EMU's physical plant, said the EMU community has been quick to point out that the rooms feel more comfortable, noise from the outside has been decreased, and lighting is better in the room. Eastern Michigan has made massive efforts to save energy in the past 2 years. This has brought the university to be a leader in the state of Michigan in terms of sustainability. More energy-saving efforts across campus include renovations in Strong Hall, the cogeneration energy system, a natural gas purchase, and the Reinerson Lighting Project. EMU has received awards from the State of Michigan Energy Consortium and was presented the Energy Solutions Center Partnership Award for Innovative Energy Solutions.
Now let's head over to Gabrielle with the dish.
Hello, EMU. I'm Gabrielle Reed, filling in for Alexis Barrett, bringing you the dish. Yesterday, a goose attacked a student on campus. Camera footage caught the incident, and the video was making its rounds online and in local news. The goose was shown flying around a student and nipping at their head. The school sent out an email giving students some tips to follow when it comes to Canadian geese on campus. They mentioned staying at least 30 feet away from geese to help them feel less threatened. Geese are not afraid to charge humans when they feel threatened, so try to distance yourself as best you can. They also recommend not staring down geese or taking selfies with them. But quite frankly, geese don't smile in pictures, and Snapchat filters never work. Try not to turn your back on geese either. I know this sounds like a lot for our campus neighbors, but it's smart to keep them feeling comfortable, as many of them are nesting and raising young. That's all for the dish. Up next is sports news with Grayson Simmons after the break. I'm Gabrielle Reed, and I'll see you in a little bit with Eagle Encounters.
My favorite band just put out a new CD. I was super excited. I'd been waiting forever for it to come out. But I was having a little cash flow problem. I asked some of my friends if they had the new CD yet, and they said I could get it for free if I found a pirated copy online. Without hesitation, I went on my computer and I found a website that had a free pirated copy, and I clicked download. It was that simple. After downloading it, I went to my computer and I opened my music player to listen to it, but my computer had slowed down to almost a stop. All I ended up with was a virus. Not my band's album. I guess when you pirate anything, you run the risk of an infection. Not to mention, if you get caught, there could be legal issues. It really does pay to pay. My name is Emma, and I'm trying to be e-safe.
My mom's birthday was coming up fast, so I needed to go out shopping for something quick. I needed to move money from my savings to my checking account so I could use my debit card at the mall. I cracked open my laptop, hit the bookmark from my bank, and entered in my username and password. What the heck? I got sent back to the home page. So I entered in my username and password again, made the transfer, and went to the mall where I found this cool little necklace for my mom. That's good news, right? The bad news is, the next week I went to make a purchase and they told me that I had insufficient funds to cover that purchase. Long story short, when I had logged into my bank the first time, I got redirected to a fake site that stole my username and password. I guess I got a virus that redirected my bookmark. The thieves had a field day with my account. I wish I had known then what I know now. You have to check and make sure you're really on your bank's website. This could be done by either recognizing an image you've selected or clicking a lock or VeriSafe icon and comparing the bank's web address to a web address you've got on our certificate. My name is Luke, and I'm trying to be e-safe.
Welcome back to eWeekly. I'm Grayson Simmons, and David's in the control room for this week. So I'll be taking care of Eagle sports, starting off with baseball. The Eagle Bats woke up last Wednesday against Concordia University with an 11-5 victory at home. With the Eagles tied at 2, Zachary Owings blasted his first career grand slam to give the Eagles a 6-2 lead. There was no looking back from that point on as 4 Eagle pitchers shut down the Cardinals the rest of the way. Owings had himself a day, but really he's been putting together a great year all around. The junior infielder went 3-4 against Concordia, which bumps his average up to a .347 to go along with his 3 home runs and 5 triples so far. With the win against the Cards, EMU has their first 2-game winning streak of the season. Looking to build off the back-to-back victories, EMU headed to Miami of Ohio to take on the red-hot Redhawks for a 3-game series. Scott Granzato was on command in Game 1 and kept Miami off balance. He went 6 innings, gave up 6 hits and 2 runs while striking out 7. The game was tied going into the 7th before EMU sophomore Nate Jones lined a single to give EMU the lead. That lead didn't last long as the Redhawks answered with 3 runs of their own on the bottom of the 7th to take a 5-3 lead. Not to be outdone, EMU drove 3 of their own in the top of the 8th to take a 6-3 lead. Miami tied it in the bottom half of the inning and eventually walked off in the 9th after Eastern pitchers hit consecutive batters to the start of the frame. Miami won the game 7-6. Game 2 was a far less competitive game as Miami cruised to a 13-3 victory. Nick Pareto gets slated with his 3rd loss of the season as he went just an inning on the bump. He gave up 4 runs, 2 being earned while hitting 4 batters. The Eagles plunked 7 Redhawks in the loss. EMU is looking to leave Ohio with a win, but Miami wasn't having it. The final game of the season was another tight affair. Zachary Owings answered the call in the top of the 6th and drove in the tying run. The score remained tied into the 9th with Nate Jones drove in an RBI single to give EMU a 6-5 lead. Unfortunately for the Eagles, it wasn't enough. Reed Norberg did his best impression of a Wendy's menu as he went 4 for 4, his 4th hit coming in the 9th inning to tie the game at 6. Not long after, Landon Stevens drove in his 2nd of the game, giving the Redhawks a sweep and a couple of walk-off victories over the series. EMU hopes April treats them better. They are at 5-22-1 this season. Miami proves to a 21-5. The Eagles start a 4-game set against Oakland tonight at 6 at Ostrike. The Eagle track teams were spread all across the country this past weekend. As for the Lady Eagles, a majority of the team traveled to Texas to compete in the Bobcat Invitational at Texas State and the Texas Relays at the University of Texas. The 4x1 team, consisting of Jessica Harris, Micah Johnston, Brittany Mason, and Colby Ganther, placed 5th with the fastest time in the MAC with a 45:28. This is the 6th best time in program history. Sophomore Crystal Washington jumped the best triple jump mark in the Mid-American Conference this season with a leap of 12.38 meters, placing her 6th in the meet. As for the men, down at Rally Relays, sophomore Terrell Posada took 1st in the 100-meter dash with a 10:28, along with senior Tyler Underwood taking 1st in the 400-meter dash, running a 46 flat, which is the best time ran by an athlete in the MAC this season. Alex Jacobs took 2nd in the pole vault, vaulting 4.92 meters, which is a career best for the senior. On day 2, Derek Ziegenfuss placed 1st in the javelin, launching a throw of 68.79 meters, giving him the 2nd best throw in the conference yet. Also taking home the gold was Nick Herbert in the triple jump, leaping a 15.20 meter jump, which lands him 1st in the conference. The boys 4x1 team, consisting of Underwood, Sean Beckham II, Posada, and Owen Richardson, took the runner-up spot with a time of 40:64. The Eagles will travel to Michigan State this weekend to compete in the Spartan Invitational. The women's soccer team has 2 spring games left, and both are at home. On April 7th, the girls will take on the Detroit Mercy, while on April 14th, the team takes on Concordia University. Both games start at 2 p.m., and make sure you come out and support the girls before they end their spring season. As we look forward to next season, the EMU soccer team and head coach Scott Hall are excited to welcome 3 high school seniors to the program as they signed their national letters of intent a couple weeks ago. Amanda Cripps out of Bradford, Ontario, Tiffany Hollingsworth from East South Lyon, and Rebecca Princiblo from Plymouth High School in Canton will all join the Eagle squad next year. EMU Eagles rowing team was recognized this weekend with 34 student athletes earning a spot on the Colonial Athletic Association Commissioner's Academic Honor Roll. Athletes must receive at least a 3-point win in the designated term while being a full-time student. The list of these athletes can be found on the EMU Athletics page. The first spring matchup for the rowers will take place this Sunday, April 7th, against Alabama and Indiana in the Cooper Invitational in Cherry Hill, New Jersey. Thanks for tuning in. Dave will be back with me next week, and we'll be back after the break with Gabrielle Reed and Eagle Encounters. Stay tuned.
We are true EMU! Beautiful soul. Beautiful soul. Beautiful soul. Beautiful soul. Please understand. Don't be afraid, just hold my hand. There is no reason you should cry. There is no way we'll let love die. Beautiful soul, we're here to try. Look in my eyes, please don't be shy. There is a beautiful world to find, and the journey begins inside your heart. Inside your heart.
When you come to Eastern, you're joining a family, and we want you to feel that we care about you. It's just a great community.
Let me show you love. Love is what I know. Join me in this life, you beautiful soul. Everything you need, everything you want, you have it right here, my beautiful soul. Let me show you love. Love is what I know. Join me in this life, you beautiful soul. Everything you need, everything you want, you have it.
Being here is just the perfect size, and I feel like I'm actually cared about here.
Beautiful soul, please understand. Don't be afraid, just hold my hand. There is no reason you should cry. There is no way we'll let love die. Beautiful soul, we're here to try. Look in my eyes, please don't be shy. There is a beautiful world to find, and the journey begins inside your heart. Inside your heart. Inside your heart. Eastern Eagles, hats off to you. Fight, fight, fight for old EMU. Look to the sky, the Eagles will fly. The bravest will defy. Hold that line for old green and white. Woo! Sons and daughters, show your might. So fight, fight, fight for old EMU and victory. Fight! Let me show you love. Love is what I know. Join me in this life, you beautiful soul. Everything you need, everything you want, you have it right here, my beautiful soul. Let me show you love. Love is what I know. Join me in this life, you beautiful soul. Everything you need, everything you want, you have it right here, my beautiful soul.
We are true EMU.
I am true EMU.
I am true EMU.
We are true EMU. 1, 2, 3. We are true EMU. We are true EMU. What? I said it. Just kidding.
We are true EMU! Let me show you love. Love is what I know.
I am true EMU.
We are true EMU.
Welcome back to E-Weekly. We're wrapping things up on our second to last episode of the season, but before we do, we'll throw things back over to Gabrielle Reed with what you can do this weekend with Eagle Encounters. Gabrielle?
Thanks, Natalia, and hello, Eagles. I hope your day is starting out great. Before I give you the deets on what's happening this week, I want to send a special thank you to the men of the Alpha Phi Alpha fraternity. They put on an amazing Miss Black and Gold event last Sunday. I was grateful to walk away with a crown, and I met 6 outstanding young ladies in the process. So congrats to all the contestants. In other news, EMU will be hosting an all-day Solve EMU event in the Student Center, room 310, on Friday. This event will give students a platform to speak about ways to change the community. Contact CSIE for more information. I look forward to seeing what you all have to say. Next, we are looking at our Friday night movie. Want to save some money but have a fun night out? Come to the Student Center Auditorium to watch a free showing of Escape Room. The showing will be held from 8:30 to 11:30 p.m. Contact Caroline Horst for more information. And as we're moving into finals, don't forget to attend the upcoming Wellness Woof. Experts say that being around dogs are a great way to relieve stress. Contact Nick Pamonte for more information. And that is all for Eagle Encounters. We are on the countdown to our last show. I'm Gabrielle Reed. Thanks for watching.
Yes, our own Gabrielle Reed took home the Miss Black and Gold contest, so congrats to her.
Yes, congratulations, Gabby.
And also watch out for those geese. I don't know if you guys seen the video, but they have been very vicious this time of year, so watch out for that. All right, well, be sure to follow us on social media. We have one more episode left next week, so be sure to watch that. You can watch all of our shows on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter whenever you want. That's all from us. I'm Natalia Escalante.
And I'm Jaden Shorts. We'll see you next week. Thank you for tuning in.
Hey Ben, I saw that you had an eventful weekend.
What do you mean?
Duh. Ben, those party photos you posted online a couple days ago where you were living it up? You know, the ones where you were YOLOing all over the place? Here, let me show you.
Alright, I got it. YOLO, you only live once. It's my excuse to act crazy. I deleted those pictures though.
Yeah, about that. I screen grabbed some of those pictures and sent them to Benji. It was golden. You have to remember, Ben, what goes online stays online. And once it's out there forever.
Well, it's out there now.
Most of the time, after something gets posted to social media, it will be duplicated many times from server backups, living in the cloud forever, even after you remove it. A good rule of thumb is if you think what you're about to post could be harmful to you or someone else, just don't post it.
Yeah, last thing I want is for my family, or even worse, my employer or my friends to see me YOLOing all over social media.
Yeah, that applies to more than just pictures, you know. It can apply to all types of content posted online, including text and videos.
Oh man.
You should also be cautious about the amount of personal information you have available online for people to see, such as your full name, birth date, address, phone number, mother's maiden name, etc.
Yeah, I'd hate for someone to see you're going to be at a party Saturday night, go to your profile, get your home address, and break into your house while you're out partying.
Or use your birth date and your mother's maiden name to answer a security question in an attempt to reset your online password and hack your account.
I definitely wouldn't want that to happen.
Me neither. But being selective about the information you have accessible for people to see is very important. Check your privacy settings on your social media sites to make sure they only have information you want people to see.
Yeah, I like to copy my profile URL, log out of the website, and paste it back into my web browser. Then I look over my profile to get an idea of what information of mine is open to the public.
That is a great idea.
It sure is. So what else are you going to do, Ben?
I'm going to stop and consider any consequences before I post any type of content to my social media websites.
Hey Ben, would you like to hear a password joke?
Sure, let me hear it.
Ready? What was Forrest Gump's password?
I have no clue. What was it?
1 Forrest 1.
That's a good one. I get it.
One Forrest one. As funny as it may be, Forrest's password realistically is too short. It isn't strong enough and can be easily hacked.
Jeez Louise, major buzzkill, Benji.
Well, what do you mean, Benji?
Well, for starters, Forrest needs to make his password longer. It should be at the very least 12 characters long, because the longer it is, the stronger it is.
Yeah, but won't it become more difficult to remember longer passwords?
Well, he could use a passphrase when creating his passwords.
Wait, whoa, what's a passphrase?
A passphrase is a string of words and characters used to access data.
Yeah, it's very similar to a password, but it's longer, and if you add uppercase letters, numbers, and special characters, the password gets even stronger.
Could you elaborate some more?
Well, for example, Forrest could string together unrelated words.
You mean like roof, panda, pear?
Exactly. Or he could choose a phrase. This could be any phrase, but I recommend it be something personal so it's easily remembered.
What if Forrest used one of his own phrases? Don't be a feather in the wind, take ownership of your life.
That's deep.
Well, Forrest would need to take the first letter of each word in his phrase and put them together to create a password.
Great, so now he has a secure password, right?
Pretty close, but not so quite. He could make his passphrase even stronger by adding characters. Usually at least one number, uppercase letter, and a symbol should work. You know, like an exclamation point, pound sign, or dollar sign. He could even swap out characters for letters if he wants to.
So, the important thing is, the longer he makes it, the better. And by adding at least one of each character, the passphrase becomes even more secure, right?
Right, but Forrest should avoid having the same passphrase for different logins that require a password. Because if they crack his password, they can easily hack all his accounts. I recommend he have a distinct passphrase for different logins that require a password for optimal safety.
That could be a lot of passphrases to remember, though.
Well, you never want to write down or store passwords in a format that other people would be able to read. So I suggest Forrest use a password vault, like LastPass, to remember his passphrases.
Password vault?
Yes, a password vault, like LastPass, is a software tool that manages, saves, and encrypts passwords for safekeeping. It's like a safe that only you know the combination to, that can house all your personal passwords, so you don't have to remember them all.
Oh, I see. That's a very useful tool.
Agreed. So, Ben, how about you go and create your own passphrase?
Good day, this message has been sent to you to inform you of the new Eastern Michigan University webmail update policy. We've recently upgraded our database to Perl 8.5 DBS, and we strictly insist that you update your email account immediately. Start update, click here to begin.
Whoa, stop it here.